Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to episode number 26 of the Gary and Harry Show. Shout out to the M. Alex Broadcasting Company and Power 108.9. Couldn't do it without you. Episode 26 in the building.
26, like that, straight like that. Welcome back, everybody. Happy New Year, y'all.
What up?
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. 26 episodes in. We are in a new year all the way around January. Let's roll, man. How we been? How's everybody doing?
Good. Doing well. Welcome back. RyanBeasley.com.
RyanBeasley.com.
Finally back in the
building.
For
Welcome
most of your
back.
smell good needs, visit RyanBeasley.com.
Yeah, get the sweats going already.
Promo code GHS10, still active.
Indeed.
Feel free to check out RyanBeasley.com for most of your smell good needs.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, well, like I say, welcome back, everybody. We are in the building. It's been a wild week in sports, man. It's been crazy.
I've been catching
Sports.
It's been insane.
It's all
and everything. It's the new year in general has been off the chain
First
since
13
we got
days of the year, just
man.
a little insane.
It's been crazy. It's been crazy. So let's go ahead and jump right into this thing, man. Once again, we got Drew back in the building. What's up, man?
What up, man?
Repping his Ducks, of course, as usual.
Welcome back from Detroit.
Yeah, got back from Detroit. I have to go back to Detroit on Monday. That'll be fun. 13-degree weather. Fun times, yeah. It's supposed to get colder. But yeah, getting off my chest. I'm so happy Dan Lanning's staying in Oregon. Oh my gosh. I was scared. Like, I was so scared because once I saw the Saban news, and then I was just like, whew, Dan Lanning's the first choice, isn't he?
He was up there.
Yeah, and I'm glad that he put out that little Twitter,
a little hype video.
Yeah. I was like smoking a cigar, like at the end of it. I was like, this man right here knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And then, also, man, Jared Mayo, perfect choice for the Patriots. I thought it was going to be Mike Vrabel, but, Jared Mayo, they call him Little Bill. So.
Yeah, well, the thing is, y'all paid him extra, overpaid him last year to stay.
I didn't know about the contract either.
Yeah, that was
an interesting point.
They overpaid him last year to stay on as assistant coach, so I was like, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, similar to the Bieniemy kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You knew your time was coming.
And I think that's what's going to happen with Bieniemy too, with Washington situation. It just makes sense, right?
There's no other candidate unless the new regime, the new ownership is going to be like, well, that was the old.
We changed our mind.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, it makes sense, but I like to hire for Mayo.
Yeah,
for y'all. I like that.
On top of that, I mean, you still have some great candidates out there that it's going to be an interesting offseason when it comes to these coaching vacancies. Yeah. I think there's going to be more coaching vacancies, especially in the playoffs.
Right.
I'm looking at you, Dallas.
Oh no, that's
I'm looking at you, Dallas. Philly.
Sirianni, yeah, he's on the doggone seat too. Speaking of which, let's just go and get it out there. All these coaching jobs that's available is insane.
Yeah, but a couple of them are about to be filled.
I mean, yeah, they're gonna get caught. I think they're gonna do pretty quick when it comes to filling these jobs.
I think Antonio Pierce is pretty much locked in. That's locked in. Mac Crosby.
Yeah, he said that's a deal breaker for him. Like, it's either Pierce or he's out or he wants to trade. And if there's no way you want to lose one of the best edge rushers, to make a dumb decision as a head coach. Like,
a hell of an endorsement.
Oh yeah.
Who the Chargers are going to get is
they're supposed to be talking to Harbaugh right now. They're supposed to have a conversation with him this week coming up.
Atlanta is flirting with Belichick as much as Belichick is waiting on Dallas. So.
I don't know how I feel about the Bill Belichick thing, man.
Mike and I were talking about it yesterday. Realistically, he's 71.
Yeah.
So like you got 2-3 years.
That's what I'm saying.
Between head coaching and personnel.
No, we're not going the personnel route. We've seen where that's going. We're not doing that. Nah, man. That's why I say I'm a hard pass on it. Then I don't want you running the personnel grouping. I don't want that. I don't want no.
From a Falcons standpoint.
If you're gonna come coach, just coach, bro. I'm good. You don't have to pick the groceries this time. Don't worry about it. You can consult, but as far as making a final decision, I'm good. I don't need all that.
Seattle was kind of shocking.
That was the most shocking one.
That one got me too.
You heard what happened though, right?
Was in for which part?
Pete Carroll was trying to save his job, but he apparently was explaining to the people that make the football decisions that are not football people.
Oh.
So it's like in every business, you might think you have the right person to help you run it, but at the end of the day, if you don't know the subtleties of the sports, such as Alex Anthopoulos getting an extension until 2031,
shout out to Double A,
earned it, every penny of it.
Yeah, that's legit.
But if you don't have people like that within your organization, Washington and all these other franchises that have just sucked forever now, that's what you get.
Yeah, and I don't know. But with Pete, they said at first he's going to be upstairs in the front office. Now
Because he never wanted that.
Right. Now he's saying he's open to any kind of coaching situation.
They did the same thing to Belichick, basically. And he's like, nah, I don't.
Like I said, I honestly would take Pete over Bill, honestly. But because he's talent evaluated right now, he got a better history as far as draft picks and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather do that. If you're going to give somebody control of the groceries, that's what I'd rather you do. So I'm good.
As much as you want to have a OC on paper with some of the head coaches still calling plays at the end of the day, it's the same thing as a GM with the head coach is how much responsibility is actually in between. Because most head coaches nowadays want a piece of the puzzle.
As you should. That's fine.
So
if you want me to put the team out there, I want to say something about the players. I get it, but not full control for certain coaches.
No, you shouldn't. Because in the event you suck at your job, you should be able to relinquish some sort of play calling duties or responsibilities to the next man up.
Yep. And so then even with Seattle, they're talking about Dan Quinn coming back.
Yeah, I was about to say they have the best candidate right now.
Seems like a good fit.
It seemed like he used to be out there anyway, won that Super Bowl with that defense.
But for how young that team is,
oh yeah,
minus Geno, I would say you could pretty much have your choice.
You could.
And it's like, do you want to draft a quarterback this year, or are you going to
keep building the roster?
But it's still a very young, talented team.
It definitely is.
What was it? One of the coordinators from Texans, Slosky.
Yep.
He's part of that 2013 Washington coaching team.
That
Shanahan group. So he's the last one.
Everybody in that crew has a head coaching job right now.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. But one thing I will say about all of them, they are excellent play callers. Every last one of them, it seems like. So I don't know. Ben Johnson, OC in Detroit, they're throwing him around for
Mr. $15 million.
Right, multiple jobs. They're throwing him around. I'm like, we're not doing that.
The only thing I have to say, at least about Atlanta, and we said it, what was it, yesterday? Every coach since who has been a first-year head coach, like a first-time head coach. No coach has had previous coaching experience. So when are you going to get off of that train? And
now, hopefully.
Who do you want?
It's tough. It's been thrown around. I don't think Eric Bieniemy is going to be available.
Vrabel.
So I'm cool with that being okay. I'm not opposed to Vrabel. I actually like Vrabel as a coach. I have no problem with that. But just pulling from Tennessee like you just did with Arthur Smith, I don't know if that's a good energy per se. But they're two different animals when it comes to Arthur Smith and Mike Vrabel. I don't know. It's tough. When I look at the list of coaches, I'm like, there's some options out there I'm cool with. Wouldn't want the OC of San Francisco. I forgot his name because that's Shanahan's doing that whole offense. But I'll take Wilkes. He's DC in San Fran right now.
He should have kept the Carolina job.
We should have got the Carolina job. He wanted that job. But they didn't. Should have kept that job. But Wilkes is also another candidate I'll take. I don't know. It's a lot right now.
The two Baltimore OCs are on point too.
McDonald, the DC, DC. They were talking about that this morning for us too. Like I said, if we get him, defense is going to be right. I'm not worried about that.
But as much as Seattle is flirting with Dan Quinn, Raheem Morris's name keeps on getting floated back with the Falcons.
What's going on with that right now?
I saw that too.
It's like, gosh.
He's about to be the most tenured man back in the building.
He really is. He really is. Seriously. But that's the thing. Like I like Raheem Morris overall, but he definitely deserves another shot somewhere at some point if he comes back here. He should have stayed. They should have gave him the job when he was the interim coach the first time, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Was it 2 years ago?
2020.
Yeah.
We were looking at his rundown, and it's like, damn, he's done a lot in between 2016 and 2020, and it was DC, DB, intern.
When he first got that job in Tampa, when he was the head coach out there, he was the youngest at the time, right? Now Mayo's the youngest right now. Before Mayo, it was D'Amico.
McVay.
I thought D'Amico
McVay was the youngest.
McVay was the youngest?
Yeah.
Well, the youngest in history. Yeah, you're right. But as far as the youngest in the league at the time, it was D'Amico, correct?
Yeah.
So it's interesting, man. A lot of these former players, it's interesting that it's linebackers every time.
34.
It seems like.
That was insane.
Yeah.
Like he's as old as I am. I'm like, holy smokes.
The linebacker trend, even starting from like when Singletary started getting his job, the linebackers head coach being that dog and that man in the middle is something about it as a head coach. They can rally the players.
Yeah, I think we were finishing the show with Cortez talking about it. That it's just like the new wave now. Like managers in baseball tend to be catchers.
Yep.
for some reason. So
Yep.
now it's like
the quarterback of the field when it comes to baseball.
you need to be,
Yeah.
But now same thing, linebacker. Who's the one that's usually calling plays on defense? Mm-hmm. Right.
And
So
a linebacker, man. So I don't know. It's interesting, man. It's a lot going on out here. Let's go back to college when you talk about Saban.
Their kingdom has fallen.
Saban, man.
what's
The
the timestamp?
kingdom.
What's the timestamp?
Got one passed over. What we got?
No, I was just surprised that we made it this far into the show, and then I get a note. Byron Leftwich? Question mark? Atlanta? I read it like you. I figured that cadence and everything. Byron Leftwich? Question mark? Atlanta?
Oh, Byron.
Where's he at right now?
Leftwich.
You wouldn't pronounce the T. My bad. Atlanta.
Well, I think he's at home.
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, that's
Yeah,
right.
he's
He
still
went
in
back. He
Jacksonville.
went back home. So essentially for him, as far as his playing career, he played for us during the
He's the OC
down
still.
year. Yeah, he played for us during the down year of after Vic. He played for us. For, what was it? It was 2 years. It was 2 years or just one. That 1 year he started for us when we were recycling everybody that year.
I would say it was a good choice, but in reality, if you look at it, that train wreck of a offense did not do anything for the last couple games in
No,
Jacksonville.
they didn't. I mean, it kind of syncs up with Trevor Lawrence being hurt, I kind of say, but he definitely missed a lot of throws, and the offense was not looking good towards the end. And that's
They stopped giving Etienne the ball.
Yeah, it didn't make sense.
He went from averaging 150 yards a game from scrimmage with a touchdown or
Trust
two.
me, my
to,
fantasy team hurt very bad because of it.
just
It's
disappeared.
awful. Okay. Speaking of fantasy,
Yeah, I'm not
Get
even
it
gonna
off
talk
my
about.
chest. That's
I'm
all
not
right.
even gonna talk about fantasy.
fat.
How do we just give money to a man who already has money?
It sucks.
I can invite him again next year, but in all honesty, he might be one of those one and dones. It's like you gotta,
I've done what I came here to do.
You know, I'm like-
That's the one and
yeah,
done.
yeah, insider source. I swear.
I've done my job. Y'all can have it. I'm done now.
And the funny part is, we were all laughing at his roster the day of the draft.
because he got there late.
Yeah,
He was like, it was like in round 4 by the time he started drafting.
He had auto draft on. I was like,
Yeah.
bless.
Now all of a sudden, then he got healthy at the right time and just got hot at the end. It was ridiculous. Beat me, then beat you, and won the whole thing.
Yeah, I'll take it. Even though with CeeDee Lamb just going off in the finals,
Man,
I was
see,
watching that game.
Him and Dak won a lot of championships with people.
Oh yeah,
That was
that
insane.
was the Detroit game.
Yeah.
An unbelievable game that was, and just how mediocre it is to remind everybody how crappy refs are.
Yeah.
Like,
It sucks to have it come down to calls. You know what I'm saying? You don't want the game to come down to a final call or a situation where a ref is throwing a flag to determine the outcome of a game, especially a meaningful game. But in essence, that crew is not even. They told them that crew that they're not available to
Yeah, they
work the
canceled them.
playoffs. So
Yeah.
they're done. You might as well break that crew up and reassemble because y'all are done. Either as a group, it's a wrap.
well, they were notoriously known as the group that makes all the bad calls
So
or misses calls.
makes perfect sense. You should all just disperse, or you should all get demoted or something.
Right.
Something should happen with that crew. But I don't know. Just to get off my chest.
But going to Alabama though, holy smokes!
Yeah, and
I didn't see that one coming.
I didn't either, but the outside sources were saying that Saban was getting tired toward the end of the season. Like his energy level was down, but I think that's more of not being able to control things anymore. That's me personally.
But he's always gave credit to his wife, that his wife was the one that would tell him when he was done.
Miss Terry.
And he knew it was coming to a time, but if she says you're done, you're done.
Well, I mean, he's
72.
72. So, I mean, it's time, man. You go sit on your mountain of money and go chill.
$30
Like,
million from ESPN right off the cuff.
see? Like, come on, man. For a lot less stress, do your thing. Now, so the top coach now is Kirby, or who the top coach in college football?
In college football?
Yeah.
Paid as or what?
As in right now, the top, there's not just
Like
paid,
the
like
king of
the
the- king
king
of
of
the
the
hill.
hill right now that Saban's gone.
I mean, it has to be Kirby.
Resume-wise, if you're talking resume, him or
if
Dabo.
Harbaugh stays, I mean, it's a debate right now.
Then people
because
still throw Dabo in because of the championships, but I think he's done. I think Dabo's run is done personally.
I thought he was going to Alabama.
Well,
But then they had that clause of he gets 150%.
Yeah, on that buyout,
Probably
man.
the only
I
reason
wouldn't
why.
go either. And it was just on going to Bama. It's not going anywhere else. If you go to Bama,
Yeah, why not?
150.
Same
Yeah.
thing.
I don't blame him.
I don't either. The enemy all the way around. Why would no? You can't just jump ship like that for no consequence. Absolutely not. We're not doing that. So I don't. I get it, but for me, it's either Kirby, Dabo, Harbaugh if he stays now. Harbaugh is talking to, like I said, to the Chargers this week coming up, but still negotiating the contract with Michigan. I'm confused.
I can't see him returning to Michigan.
I don't either.
It's in a sense of because with what's coming down from NCAA, they still
Right.
haven't figured that stuff out.
And that's
yet.
my thing too.
gonna take
He's
2
running
years.
from that. He's going to run from that. I
They're
think.
going to let him keep the title 2 years from now. They're probably going to vacate all the wins from the season, but it's
Speaking of
irrelevant.
which, damn the NCAA.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
No, do it.
Oh. I don't,
That's how you know it's
They
bad.
lie to
yeah,
us.
it's pointless, man. Like
That's ridiculous, man.
I'm glad Norvell's staying, but obviously we need
8
to go.
years.
We need to go to a different conference. So at this point, I don't want.
That's ridiculous. Yeah. Okay. You're right.
The violations are just getting out of hand now.
But they did that to screw us, just because we've been down talking them and everything. And they bad mouthing the committee. They doing it to screw us, bro. That's literally all that is.
Right.
There's no violation going on with the NIL shit, man. Come on, bro. Like,
Not gonna do it. Not gonna get me.
okay,
Not
all
gonna
right,
do it.
Fine, that's fine. Okay.
Taking the high road, I like it.
No, I made everyone's got like a New Year's resolution, right?
Yeah.
Whether you want to admit it out loud or not. I said mine to Mike. I'm going to interrupt less. I'm going to listen more, and I'm not gonna waste my time on stupid shit like that. It's clearly
That's
just
actually
a slap.
well said, sir.
Swear
It's
jar.
a slap in the. Yeah, I got you. It's a
He said it
slap
too,
in the
don't even
face.
start.
I did. You missed mine.
Yeah.
I slipped it in there real quick.
Thanks,
Swear
Ryan.
jar is back.
Thanks.
People, the swear jar is back.
But I'm not gonna do it. If I need to just swallow a pill, call it what you want. But like, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get stressed over it. I'm gonna control what I can control. I'm not playing the game, man. Like
I super kicked the air in name of you when I first saw it. I gave the
oh yeah,
sweet chin music
if
to
I
the
could
air
if I
when-
could afford it, I'd be punching TVs left and right. But appreciate it.
Well,
Yeah,
Norvell
just-
got the raise too, which is cool.
Yeah, no doubt.
It was already done, but just the rumor in itself,
Yeah.
like going to Alabama, I was like,
Yeah.
no, there's no way.
No, I didn't see that coming
no
either.
way.
And they were talking about Deion. That's not happening either. That wasn't gonna happen.
That would be the worst decision.
That wasn't
You
gonna
would
happen.
make
I'm
you.
telling you right now, Dion is done after this year, and he's leaving with his sons and everybody else.
It makes sense.
He only went there for 2 years, right?
Get my boys.
You
what I want
started
my
out
boys.
4-0.
And I still say to this day, the fact that it was a Falcon scout at Colorado and he was like, we coming to Atlanta. I don't know how he gonna pull it off, but I'll take Shador and Shiloh. Shiloh round 3rd round. Shador will be a 1st round pick. I'll take it, but we'll see how things work out. I don't know how real it is.
What about Travis?
If you can, hey, we can bring Travis too.
Good
let's
luck.
let's
He's,
go.
he's eligible, right?
1st round pick,
Yeah,
yeah.
1st round pick.
He'll be a 1st round pick, no doubt. He is too talented not to be a 1st round pick. Speaking of which, well, we'll get into that when we get closer
Which
towards
means
the.
you don't take a quarterback in this year's draft.
No.
There's no way you can tell me you're going to ride it out with those two.
No, I don't want to ride it out with
$20
those
million
two.
man, Taylor Heineke?
I don't want to ride it out with those two. Heineke can stay as the backup. I'm fine with that, just in emergency purposes. But I feel like you go in for Fields if Chicago's got him on the table.
I keep on hearing that Kyle Pitts has been flirted in the trade package for Justin Fields.
That's what would that makes sense if it was to happen because he's in the last year of his deal. Would I want to make that trade?
Help soften the draft pick
Yeah.
exchange, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think Kyle Pitts in a third gets it done for
Mike say bye bye. I mean,
Kyle Pitts in a third for
Yeah.
Justin Fields. I can't see
even
more
if,
than that.
even if they might do a second just because he's a quarterback.
Sure, conditionally, if Fields takes the
Yeah.
Falcons to the playoffs, then absolutely, I'll be happy
Yeah.
to give you a second.
Absolutely.
But
so
day of, yeah.
now I'm waiting to see. What up,
MJ the artiste?
MJ, we still got to get you
the
in, man.
invite's always there, man. I keep telling you.
Yeah, man, you got to get in,
You
sit
can
in,
come
and
paint
paint
live in the studio.
Yes,
You can do
sir.
whatever you want, man.
Come do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. But when it comes down to it, I'm like I said, I'm willing to go in for Fields. I'm cool with that. If it takes picks in a second rounder, cool. Let's go. Now, one thing I am waiting for the ball to drop is the Ridley deal to get us that second round pick because of the incentive that the incentives in the trade package for that.
Oh, he hit what he was supposed
Oh,
to.
he
I
did?
think so. I think he hit it, and I think he has to sign the contract for us to get a second round pick. I think that's how I sign him to an
It's like
extension.
a contemporary. Or like,
I think with the
Compensatory.
yardage, I think it was a 3rd round pick it went up to. But if they re-sign him to a deal, we get a 2nd round pick. They should though. He was the best receiver they had.
He fell off at the end.
he fell off, but then you look, every time he caught a touchdown, he was standing there wide open by himself from the route running. So, I mean, I give him his props on that. But
Yeah, he was fast.
Everyone knew he was
fast.
an exceptional route runner.
yeah, so I give him his props on that. So that's, for them, Jacksonville, that would be in their best interest to keep him.
Yeah.
So I would think he's going to sign that extension and going to bring that second-round pick.
Financially, yeah, just depending on what they can give him.
Exactly.
They got Christian Kirk's bloated contract on the roster.
Exactly.
They got a couple other bad contracts.
Evan Ingram, did they pay him yet?
I
They're
don't
going
think
to pay
so.
him if they haven't, because he was one of the best tight ends in the league this year.
Well, they haven't paid Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
He's
needs
about
his
to be a
money.
free agent.
Yeah, he needs his money.
If they let him go, come on.
Y'all got money like that?
We'll have some money now. It depends on how they can break it down, but we'll have some money. It won't be like last
You
year.
guys still paying Todd Gurley?
I hope not. I hope not. But that's part of the cap.
It's like, aren't you guys
The
still
awful
paying
cap
Todd
years over
Gurley?
the last 2 years we had to get back right. Now we're in a situation where we can make things happen. But most of you got to remember, most of the people we signed at D-line, they were rented players. They were 1 year deals.
1-2 year deals.
Yeah, so the cap will come back up for us as far as what we'll be able to do. But I mean, I'll take Josh Allen. If we got to make something happen now, who else is a free agent? Chase Young will be a free agent again. Sweat got his deal from the Bears, so
Yeah.
we're not worried about him now. But Chase Young or Josh Allen, do what you got to do.
No, I'm sure
'Cause
there's
we
still.
need a one-on-one pass rusher now. You get a one-on-one dude that can win one-on-one matchups or cause a double team. You get Grady Jarrett coming back healthy next year. You can make some things happen.
Got to capitalize on the window. Obviously,
Exactly.
Grady's not young
No,
anymore,
He's not.
but
You have
the
an all-pro
defense, the
safety.
defense is there.
You have an all-pro safety back there.
First team.
Bates.
Absolutely.
team
First
All-Pro.
team.
Oh, yeah,
Impact,
Bates.
like we talked about it, from game one. He played all 17, too. From game 1 to 17.
He's going to get Defensive Player of the Year votes.
He should.
He won't win it, but he's
No, he
going to
won't.
get
I
votes.
can't remember the last time a DB won Defensive Player of the Year. But he
That was
definitely
like
should
Dion
be.
years.
Yeah, maybe a Revis or somebody like that.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
Gilmore. Gilmore won it.
Most recently?
He won.
Yeah,
He won Defensive
with
Player
the
of the Year with the
Patriots.
Patriots. He
Yeah.
did. That was what, 3 years ago?
Yeah,
Because he's been doing 1 year deal since he left
Yeah.
y'all. So yeah, no,
he
but-
did one. One.
So
Okay.
there you go. So other than that, it's been what, pass rushers and linebackers.
Yeah.
Generally, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he definitely should deserves those votes. Okay, let's transition. We'll come back to football in a minute.
All right.
NBA.
Loving it.
It's been a great NBA season.
Loving it.
It's been a great NBA season so far. The only thing I don't like, of course, is my Hawks and their situation. I should have put this on.
Quinn
off my
Snyder
chest.
Time
not
to
doing it
fire
for you
Quinn.
guys.
I told you
Time
that.
to fire Quinn.
I said
Quinn
this.
Snyder not doing it for you.
I said this. Don't you know?
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Let's pull the plug.
It's going to be literally 12 months because they hired him during the season, which they shouldn't have done in the first place. I said this. I'm beating the drum again.
But again, you wanted Ime?
Even if I didn't, I wanted Ime, but even if the situation came where it wasn't going to be an option to get Ime because of the deal that he got to go to Houston, there were so many other coaching candidates out there that were available that's better than Quinn Snyder. He was sitting at home for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
I said this and I will say it again. Awful hire. And look, they're finna blow the team up.
Yeah.
You traded for DJ, DeJounte Murray, and now you
He's
finna
on the
trade
block.
him.
He's on the block.
He's on the block.
You need him at that guard position because Trey
This should have been your get it off
that's
your
what I said.
chest.
It should have been. It should have been. It should have been. But we're in the NBA segment now, so I'll take it there. But Trey, without playing defense, now you need DJ to play defense on the perimeter.
Clint Capella ain't doing squat for you either. So
He
it
now
doesn't
I'm
help.
fine with him being on the block. They say everybody's available except for Jalen Johnson and Trey.
Jalen Johnson, talk about emerging.
Man,
Yeah.
what?
Whoa.
Huge big steps, man. Which I don't understand. Why is AJ Griffin not playing? Quinn Snyder gets on my nerves, dog. Like, I didn't like it from the jump. So hopefully it's a 12-month thing. Fire him around All-Star break and move on and find somebody else. But the team's getting blown up now.
Was he close to 10 games under?
You can get Siakam somehow. I think you guys have the cap for it too. If you guys go out
He
and
wants a
get
deal.
Siakam,
He wants a long-term
Yeah.
deal.
that would be a great deal.
I don't mind it. I don't mind Siakam, Jalen Johnson and Siakam on the wings and find you a big Miles Turner maybe, somebody like that. We need some defense down there. Now, the way Indiana's playing, I don't know if they want to
No,
break
they're
up
not-
what they
they're not
got going
disbanding
on. But Miles Turner,
Halliburton just has a sprain, so luckily enough they
he'll
have
be
a chance
back.
to push it.
Now let's give a shout out to the Indiana Pacers. They just whooped our. I'm gonna do it again. I'll throw you another dollar. They whooped our ass yesterday. We can't seem to beat them. A
Celtics
lot of
in the
people
same
can't
boat.
beat them
Yeah.
right now, though. You have to outscore them, like
Yeah.
legit. You have to outscore them.
They're the dangerous. They are so dangerous.
Fine.
Shit.
I'll go ahead and get. I go ahead and get it out.
Yeah, but as an example, I wanted to show people.
I'm going to.
We good for it.
I'll
Those
get-
are
I'm
new
gonna-
dollar bills.
Yeah,
sir.
they're crispy, right?
Chris.
Holy cow!
Chris.
I ironed them.
You go
There
to
you
Publix
go.
guest services
Sick
for
of
those?
Sick of this shit when it
Wow.
comes to them Hawks and that defense is ridiculous. But
You still had the band around them.
yeah, man, that was that. See, I had to make sure I didn't give too many. I had to flick it out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Roll it. But
It's like
nah,
ripping
man,
off the $2 bills. It's like, shh.
But it's frustrating. But overall, the NBA season has been great, and I would
yeah.
love it if we do trade DJ, and I hope he goes to the Lakers and can play with Bron.
I still think it's hilarious that they put that banner up in LA like it was a whole thing.
So you weren't here on the show, so you weren't here last time we talked about it. He says absolutely not. I said if you're gonna hang it up, don't put it by the doggone championships. Put it on the other side.
You know
Put
what
it on the other
You know what
side.
the equivalent is, and I don't think we referenced it on the show last time.
Bubble.
No, absolutely
okay.
not.
No, that's an actual
Please,
champion.
Okay,
Please.
I agree with that. Now I thought that's where you were
The
going.
world was ending. We couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, I agree.
You had to suffer.
No, it's the equivalent of the Colts hanging up there against the Patriots.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
The-
AFC divisional
Yeah, the
playoff
split
champion or whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
playoff champion.
come
Yeah, I
on.
remember that. That's bad. That's bad.
We made it to the first round. Yay. Like,
yeah,
stop.
just to say you did it.
it's like you.
That's
UCF
Ursay though,
doing
man. That's
too.
that Ursay crap.
Almost.
Yeah,
So what?
UCF as
The national
champions.
champions.
Yeah, the national champions.
They didn't even get it.
Come on, man. It
I'm
makes no
glad
sense.
we didn't. I was like, please don't do that.
No, no.
Please
That
don't.
we would still. There's no way. We're still salty about that. We will do nothing about that.
Anytime it comes up in conversation, though, like the Steelers are about to play their third string quarterback, I'm like, oh, but Florida State didn't get a chance.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's Mason Rudolph. Come on, Mason. Let's do it. And now, we are stout enough on defense to get a chance to beat Buffalo, especially as inconsistent as they are as far as up and down turnovers and all that kind of stuff. But
Say it again?
as far Pittsburgh with Buffalo, you brought up Pittsburgh. I was talking about
okay.
beating them in Buffalo. We'll get to that in a little bit. I just had to throw that out there real quick.
We said Mason Rudolph, and it's like the only thing I can ever remember about Mason Rudolph
Dent
is
head.
Miles Garrett.
Oh, yeah,
with
the helmet
So I
swing.
was like, man, why did Cleveland have to be 5? Why couldn't it have been Pittsburgh and Cleveland in the playoffs? That would have been glorious.
Well, that's with 3 teams from the AFC North. Now, did you also see they made history in the AFC North this year?
As far as what?
Every team was had a winning record. It hasn't been done since like 1938.
The AFC North.
Yeah,
Oh,
Somehow.
shoot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody had a winning record. That's first. I think they said first time since like 1938 or something like that.
Without
them.
Burrow in Cincinnati,
Without a real
third
quarterback.
stringer in
Yep.
Pittsburgh. That's pretty impressive.
Interesting, right? Pretty interesting.
And of course, Mike Tomlin still keeps on winning.
Hey man,
somehow.
now listen. If they gonna play the game like they talking about the message getting stale, we'll take that message down here.
Does
He
it,
has-
so does it have to be a first round pick for a coach? If you're
I'm
trying
not sure.
to,
I don't know.
I'm not sure. It
When was
would
the
make
last
sense,
time-
but
because all day, if I'm Atlanta, you give me that second after Calvin Ridley signs, that second's going straight to Pittsburgh for Tomlin.
absolutely,
Oh yeah.
absolutely, no doubt about it. So we'll get back to that.
I don't know. The Rooneys are pretty high on Tomlin, so
There's only been 4 coaches in the history of the franchise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's been there for.
and he has
17
and he only has one
on now.
losing record. One
No,
losing,
none.
Never.
Oh my god.
None.
It was going to be this year, and again,
And
he
they
pulls it
got
out.
hot. End up with 10 wins. It's crazy, right?
Oh my god.
It's nothing but coaching.
No
You
one
can't
talks
blame that on
about
any-
that though.
They mention it, but they don't really understand how legit that is as a head coach. Where every year you have a winning record, you have a chance to go to the dance every year, regardless of your roster. Every year,
And somebody on their roster is usually out for the season, and they're always at
Always.
least down a piece or two.
always.
Well, TJ Watt's off for that game.
That was a natural one. He
yeah.
got lucky.
I don't
He
think.
got really lucky.
Malik Fitzpatrick, I think, is out too.
Yeah, he can't stay healthy.
No, he can't. And last year he's played all 17, but this year it's been a rough going for him. Even last year he got nicked up and played still, but when he's on the field, it's a whole different defense, absolutely for both of them. But it's just happy. I'm always happy to see it when it comes to Pittsburgh. I'll have my Pittsburgh shirt on up under stuff when it comes down to that playoff game. Well, yeah, I know, man. I know.
Win or lose tonight, I'm still gonna always
I
represent.
already know. I thought about wearing my Falcon stuff, but we deserved our fate. So
Talking about NFL scripts, though, I mean, you can't have a
Oh,
better
if you-
playoff scripts.
oh man,
You're
It's-
telling me, all right, so the primetime game on tomorrow is the most interesting one. Stafford going back home.
Stafford going what?
And then Jared Goff
going
seeing
to
his
say,
old team.
Yeah, that swap is crazy. Then you talking.
Tyreek Hill going back to Kansas City with Justin Houston
Yep.
on Miami now.
Yep.
I've never been an underdog.
He did say that.
Thanks, Tyreek.
But the real one is Flacco going back to Baltimore if that happens.
Man, that's
I will watch
everybody
that and
get your popcorn ready.
Yeah.
Everybody will be ready for that one. And then you don't forget about Cleveland and Houston, the Deshaun Watson trade.
Yeah, but he's not even on the field.
I'm just saying, if it was legit with him being out there, that
What could have been.
What could have been.
But
that
also, not to
connection.
mention the Bills right now. The Buffalo is in a snowstorm, and Kansas City is in negative 32-degree weather. So
It's definitely going to be. And then with Dallas and Green Bay, as far as McCarthy, right?
Right.
And then the two of the oldest franchises in a playoff game and all the whole lore of Jerry World, all that kind of stuff. But it's going to be a good weekend for football, fellas. The playoff time is here. It's amazing.
all this stuff happened before the playoffs even went off.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it.
I was listening to a podcast.
It was a great season overall.
I listened to a podcast yesterday. Somebody was trying to explain it. It's like, you ever realize that at the beginning of the year, that's when all the stuff happens because people are always like with the aliens in the mall. You hear about that story? It's like the stories that come out for the new year
people being
are
racist.
hysterical. Like, you can't make this stuff up, but people are so like the guy jumping on the judge. I thought that was the craziest thing.
That was insane.
You look like a Batman villain after they pulled him out.
I
Because
just want to see how much of a running head start that he had because, like,
Yo,
cleared
he
some
got-
distance.
He cleared it.
and stayed in the air for quite a while.
He
It's like,
cleared it almost.
who
He
put
stretched
a
out. He
trampoline
laid
in
out.
here?
He
Yeah.
laid out for that, man. That was crazy. But at the same
Straight
time,
Simone Biles and just
I was in such shock when I saw it, but I was like, you're going under the jail now. Like, you were trying to avoid some probation and a little jail time. Now you're going under it. You're never getting out now. It's over.
it's one of those things. Somebody either poked the bear or just said the wrong thing, but you're famous now. I
And
promise you that.
The devil triggered real quick, said, go get her. Like, what?
Do it.
Go get her. Don't let that shit stand. Go get her. Like,
We're not gonna take it.
yeah, it was crazy. I shook my head. I was just like, oh, no. It's going down. It's going to be bad.
I hope there's like a gymnastics team in whatever jail he's going to. It's like, put that man on pole vault.
Because he had the hops, bro. For like you said, he cleared that thing. I thought he was gonna have to clear.
NCAA recruiters are like,
Hell yeah.
dang.
How many years of eligibility he got? 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Right,
3 years.
right. Look, 3 years. Okay, quick. Back to NBA.
Yeah.
What's going on with your Celtics, dog? That blowout the other
Y'all
day.
play Milwaukee once a week
Yeah.
on national TV. Like,
Right.
it's absolutely
If you
ridiculous.
actually look at the stats and look how horrible it was, because Tatum dropped 53 against Minnesota, or 48, whatever, in that Minnesota game. Not realizing that the Timberwolves are the second best in the NBA. I did not realize that watching that game.
Oh man.
They're not.
I don't know. Anthony Edwards
That
is
has
something
to be
else.
a fake stat.
So I must say, probably my favorite player in the league right now, Anthony Edwards. Hey, that's a dog, man. Not the fact that he's from here, from the South Side of College Park. I'm just saying, his game in general, right, and the vibe and the killer instinct that he has as far as give me the ball, get my way. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it.
But, I mean, expectation is you can't have Tatum and Brown dropping 30 points every game. You have to have somebody else, which I think they're going to make something trade-worthy come the deadline. Get somebody. Because
Y'all
Porzingis
always
is
in the mix.
finally coming back. I mean, we lose some. It's
Talk
not
about another one that
expected.
can't stay healthy.
Oh man,
Porzingis.
I knew that.
Good
I-
yeah.
But he's on the floor, though. I mean, he's not as bad anymore. I watched that game. I was like, you could tell from just looking at the stats, they couldn't find a bucket to save their life.
Yeah, and when Milwaukee plays like that, they're tough to beat.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? When they're focused and
Drew
Giannis-
Holiday was pissed.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was
Of course
pissed that
he
they
was.
lost.
Of course he was. Because you got y'all pulled the starters in the third quarter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
They didn't even start the second half.
Yeah. So it makes sense. He was like, I'm not finna let y'all keep doing this. Y'all did it. Sit down and watch the rest of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
But that's the coach in general. I mean,
I think he's going to be a great coach in the league.
oh, yeah.
So I heard something that I don't know how true it was about them saying that they might not keep him or they would.
No, they're keeping him,
I'm
yeah.
like, that doesn't make sense to me. They just paid him and the team's playing well.
Yeah, the
overall.
whole thing is like right now is Tatum's getting irritated because everyone's talking about the kid out of Oklahoma State or Oklahoma City.
Gilgeous Alexander.
Yeah.
SGA.
SGA,
Dog.
like being the next Kobe, and then everyone's like, I'm like,
Not the
bro.
same game. Man.
He's like, you look at the stats, man. It's like Tatum's dropping this at what, 23, 24?
Yeah.
And everyone's thinking he's like, oh, he's not good enough. I'm like, so what? You're
Gilgeous,
still
Gilgeous Alexander is a dog. Our first team All NBA last year, but their games are different.
Yeah.
Their games are different. He's amazing, but their games are different. I would definitely put that more towards a Tatum if you're talking Kobe type stuff. But that's just because Kobe saw it, himself. So I'll let that ride.
Yeah. But we're still up there. We're still the best team in the league. I mean, look, you're gonna lose some. You're not gonna win them all. I mean,
yeah. I mean, you just had a few lulls of getting blown out like that, where it's like, come in sleeping, you gotta pick it up.
Cruise control. I mean, we got, like I said, another thing I can't do, our team can't do, is beat Indiana. I don't know what it is.
I said nobody can beat them.
Yeah, every team's got it.
Everybody's losing to them.
You know? So
transfer to you, sir.
Got real lucky with the last-second victory against the Magic last night, but still counts. We're fighting our way back, still without Jimmy.
You paid your man.
Bam, huh?
You finally paid your man.
Who?
Spoach.
Oh, yeah, but...
After the divorce.
Thank you.
That was so crazy.
That was the most important part.
That was the crazy part. Shout out to Pat Riley.
Pat Riley and Mickey Harrison are two of the most ruthless dudes because Pat Riley's done it all his life, right?
Yeah.
Pat Riley's always been that guy that's, similar to George Clooney or whatever. I'm just going to live my life, and I could be single as long as I want. No one's going to hold me down. Mickey Harrison is the owner of the Heat. Plenty of money. He's been through a divorce as well. So I just thought it was very noble of them to just stick with their guy. And it's like, we can announce this whenever you want. And he's like, can I get like 72 hours? Yeah, absolutely. we got you, no problem. Is there anything we should know about that's going on? He's like, I'm just about to be we can go to Bongos. We can go to Pink Flamingo. We go to all the places. 11, Clevelander. Sure enough. Okay, well, we could wait. Finalize. Announce it. Here we go.
Oh, we got take us a little break. Got a little music setting in.
Let's hit the halftime break.
Yes, sir.
Pay some bills. Got some commercials when we come back. Shout out to the M. Alex Broadcasting Company and Power 108.9 for episode number 26 of the Gary and Harry Show. Thank you to Ryan and Andrew for being in the building. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back for the second half of the Gary and Harry Show. Episode number 26. Special thank you to the M. Alex Broadcasting Company and Power 108.9. RyanBeasley.com for most of your smell good needs. Back in the building. Andrew here as well. Let's do a little commercials.
Yeah, we got a little
time.
bit. We got a little bit of something. A little shout outs, little promos.
Obviously, we all love the highly recommend segment.
Indeed.
Coming up in just a second. But for the meantime, in between time, shout out to mykarmacreations.com. That's karma with a K.
Where is it, Ryan?
Creations as well. Those lovely tumblers. Ryan showing off her famous one here.
Yes.
The Gary and Harry tumbler available for mykarmacreations.com. We also have Digestive Healthcare of Georgia. Colorectal screening saves
get a
lives. Don't be a nut. Let them look at your butt.
Please.
Colorectal screening saves lives. Digestive Healthcare of Georgia.
Please go.
And last but not least, I'm not missing anybody, right?
Nope, I don't think so. We got one more.
Just one right here.
Yep.
This is going to be a first time, folks, so give me a second with this one. Get ready to reset everything you thought you knew about working out. Everyone from fitness newbies to gym heads can safely step into a Body 20 studio. Holler at Gary for additional details about Body 20. Get ready to reset everything you thought
Brand
you
new
knew
technology out
about
there.
working out.
Brand new technology out there, man.
A little bit of a teaser.
It is good stuff out there. If you want to work out, even if you haven't been working out, if you want to get into something, contact me, Body 20 Decatur. It's good stuff out there, man.
Oh, I forgot my chiropractor. I told her I'd give her a shout out.
Shout out.
If your neck and your back feel whack and you need a crack, visit Dr. Langley Chiropractic. I say that one during trivia.
Straight up.
If your neck and your back feel whack and you need a crack, visit Dr. Langley.
That's legit.
Family Chiropractic.
That is legit.
Thank you.
All right. So,
You know
we
where
left
these
off-
all came from, though.
No, I have no idea.
So, if you've never seen it before, on Saturday Night Live, they had Greg Stink and somebody else. It was played by Jason Sudeikis and another Saturday Night Live cast member, but they would be like ESPN anchors and do stupid
Oh, that was like,
commercials
I
like
have
that.
this, Bob. Like,
Yeah, similar stuff like that. So Jason Sudeikis always had me just cracking up and crying because he would just say like stupid alliterations like that, and it's catchy. It makes
is.
sense. So he's like, Lady Flower Pain Shower, feel free to check out Summer's Eve Douche. Just stupid stuff like that.
lidocaine.
Yeah, literally, just shouting at each other. It's one of still the greatest sketches in my opinion for Saturday Night Live history. But now let's hit highly recommend.
Well, I was going to see if you wanted to finish up with your. We're talking about your heat on the way out. So if you had anything else.
Oh
with
yeah,
that.
no, I expect a move to be made similar to Boston. They keep on flirting with Spida from Cleveland.
That would be big for y'all.
I don't know what we have to give up for it. You know,
And y'all are very stingy with your development players. So
I'd like to hold on to.
Yeah.
You know, so we'll see what happens, but it might not be a top of the line move. It might be an
Right.
Alex Anthopoulos move where everyone's like, why?
Moving
But it
in
actually
silence.
pays off. So we'll see. But I'm looking at like
Speaking of him.
a 2-3,
Yeah.
a wing player.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And like I said, I don't know what's going to happen with us, but it's apparently going to get blown up to some capacity. So we'll see what happens.
I think it really does depend on what your record is going into the All-Star break, because that's when you can truly evaluate of, wait a minute, we brought you in to help fix this situation, and now we're 15
Worse off.
games under?
Worse
No.
off than last
No,
year.
hell no.
Trash. Okay. Now, you mentioned Anthopoulos, and before we hit highly recommend, we hit quick on that baseball situation real quick. First of all the arbitrations getting avoided with all the contracts lately. Soto, Free got his money.
No, it's supposed to be like that. As
Right.
you're basically about to enter free agency, most teams, if they still have control of that player, you get about 3 years of arbitration.
Right.
And good for max. That's
Yep.
what
Was it
they
15?
Yeah.
15?
Yeah,
15?
That's what they deem the fair value for you.
That's fine.
But in certain arbitration cases, you can actually argue in front of a judge, and the judge is like, no, you guys are lowballing him. He actually deserves this. So, again, good for Max. He got his money.
Right.
Soto, no way.
31
Out
was-
of this world. That's a joke.
That's the most. That's the history.
Yeah, it's a
historic
record,
one
but
off
that's
the
a
award
joke.
arbitration.
I think they were doing that to set him up for free agency next year. But
Yeah.
the Yankees are probably going to extend
Yankees are
him.
going to sign him.
I mean, you just did everything, moved heaven and earth to go get him.
If they could somehow get out of Giancarlo Stanton's contract, because I've never seen a more volatile relationship between Cashman and him. I've never seen a GM in sports say, it's not like he plays. He's excuse me. He's hurt. That was my bad. I'll give $1 for that one. He's freaking hurt all the time. And it's like, whoa, all right. You can call him out in the media like that? Like,
Yeah,
we all know.
He is, right. He is. He, half the games every year, if that. So,
Big Mike, thank you.
Had your back on
Family
that one.
clutch.
Had your
Is
back
that a
on
5 in there? Jeez, thanks, man.
Coming up on the
In that case.
coming up. Right, you got a few more left out there.
Shout out to the M. Alex Broadcasting Company, paying the swear jar.
There you go. Now, when it comes to
Celery?
those Braves overall,
You hungry?
My salary.
oh, that's her.
Sa-
That's her salary.
Salary.
Swear jar.
Celery? Celery?
Salary. Salary.
Cool
My
whip.
my salary.
Cool whip.
Cool whip.
Charcuterie.
We're getting
Getting
off the
off
rails
topic.
here.
Oh,
Okay,
gosh.
okay.
Getting off the rails here.
Okay, so but shout out to the Braves making the moves. We got
Chris Sale.
Chris Sale,
If he stays healthy.
like I said, we talked about this.
You didn't have to at that time.
No, you didn't. But spot start here and there. I could do some long relief. We could take that. Just stay healthy for me when we need you coming in and get some strikeouts.
I didn't think you were going to do Grissom, though. I didn't think you were going to give Grissom up. I was like, ooh. I just speaks Double A didn't really value him, I think.
Correct. We used
The
to
glove,
think
man.
We used to think the world of him, but you obviously didn't develop into what we expected to. So if that's what gets an additional piece here, then fine.
If you look at it, he's supposed to be that utility infielder, and we keep having to bring in a utility infielder every year because he's not panning out doing the way he's supposed to.
He had that one good year prior, and then going into
The year Ozzie was hurt,
yeah,
and he was playing second.
His rookie year.
Yeah.
He gets called up at Boston,
Right.
hits a home run in front of his parents.
And then it was hot.
Hit the ground running, but never did anything
Came
since.
back down to earth, apparently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You get the final at bat in the playoffs.
that I don't understand. Like
That was
was
we
horrible.
just
Parting
didn't
gift.
care. Yeah, we just didn't care at that
You'll
point.
probably never be in the playoffs again. So goodbye.
No, that's
not with the Red
fine.
Sox, I can tell you that.
No, it's okay. But
I've accepted defeat.
was it Trevor Bauer? I heard something about. Was it about?
For now, I think he's still overseas. I'll leave
He's
it at
in
that.
Japan still.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
All
Korea, one of
all
the two.
Well, yeah, we'll leave that where it is.
If
But
something happens in March, then don't be surprised.
right.
But for now, everybody that's currently on the roster, Russell Wilson, let's ride.
Oh,
No?
Now, looking at power rankings, still number one. There's no way you cannot
because you
be.
guys have a defense.
Yeah, there's no way we cannot be.
You
There's
have
also-
a defense.
There's nobody in baseball 1 through 9 that's deeper. So
No.
they could do all these little cute trios and
Yeah.
quads, but it's like right.
What was
to
it?
bottom.
$1 billion of the free agency for LA.
Dang,
It's still going.
Damn Dodgers.
yeah.
Yeah, still going. It's
They just-
insane.
Teoscar Hernandez now.
Yeah.
Like come on.
Yep, they're trying their best. They're trying to. Everybody in the National League is trying to load up for us. You have to at this point.
Well, no, they're doing what the Yankees did, but if you look at what the Yankees have not done, it doesn't pay off.
No, it doesn't.
So, no pun intended.
They're
Keep paying people, but
Yeah, that's
it's
fine with
not
me.
going to work.
Even when they got Shohei, okay, big whoop, not.
He's not pitching.
No, I'm saying he's not pitching. He's saying he's thinking about playing outfield. That should be automatically your thought at this point. You're not going to pitch for 2 years, so yeah, you need to play a little outfield, something. You just come up and hit every time.
The Phillies tried that with Bryce Harper, and what happened to him?
First base.
With the giant thing on his
Yeah,
arm?
first
so
base.
You see Otani out there like this?
Exactly. So so the Dodgers, whatever.
Who plays first for the Dodgers?
Freddie.
Oh, that's right.
Freddie.
So,
Federico. So we'll
stick
see
him in
them
the
when we get
outfield.
there. I'm not worried about the Dodgers like everybody else is, or not. I know y'all aren't worried
Well,
about
you just
it, but
moved your former MVP and Mookie Betts to shortstop. So
Mookie is truly talented, and he can play anywhere pretty much.
Yeah.
With right, second, short, they move him everywhere. So Mookie is just that good. I
He's
give
the-
him his
he's-
props on that.
he's the dude in the MLB, the show, that's
Yes.
like secondary positions, just all of them.
Everything,
It's like,
everything.
what?
Anybody gets tired, you go play over there.
Everything but catcher. Heard. Okay.
Yeah, save those knees. Got to save the knees a little bit. Save the knees. All right. I highly
Here we go.
recommend. Talk to me what you got.
Ted, the TV show on Peacock.
I want to put like music to this. if
We
we
need
could.
to have
I wanna
something.
get high.
Anybody
So-
want to make a
Yeah.
anybody want to make a anybody
No,
want to make us
I just-
a little beat real quick,
Yeah,
or a
real
little quick little intro song for our highly
Shout out
recommend.
to our SoundCloud rapper. Sorry, you were saying? Ted?
Ted, so Ted, the old movie about
bear.
the bear with Mark Wahlberg. He's a teddy bear.
Yes,
Yeah, he's a teddy bear. I'd like to say it in the Boston accent. It's a lot of fun.
that's your thing.
Char-
It's on
Charlene?
Peacock. It's actually really, really
Khakis.
good. And then two, kind of dating myself because I remember reading these books as a kid on Disney Plus, the Percy Jackson, the Lightning Thief.
Yes.
I started watching those. They're really, really good.
Really?
They're actually like
Okay.
from a level of like the actual book. Not that make crap that they had for the movie. That was garbage.
Right.
But this is actually like pretty accurate. So
Cool. I dig it.
I would recommend those.
Harry, what we rolling with?
Been watching a lot of stand up.
Of course, I got some of that too.
Mike and I went to the Marlon Wayans show at the Roxy.
Wayans, yeah.
Gary too. I forgot. Sorry.
I didn't.
That was New Year's Eve, right? Yeah, it was cool.
Shout out to New Year's Eve though. New Year's Eve was wild. That was a good time. But go ahead.
Did we get out of control?
No, it was a good time.
I wasn't here.
We had a good time.
Oh, okay.
No, I had to double back the next morning and be like, it didn't get out of control, but it was fun.
Battery is packed.
Oh man,
Felt like the World Series.
Yeah, it did. Straight up. What happened? I don't know what's happening.
That's a good song too. We could take that one.
Can't get enough.
Yeah, Marlon Wayans was good. Chappelle's Dreamer.
Stand Up, yeah.
That's part of mine. Dreamer. Yeah, man.
That was good. We saw that at State Farm too.
Yep.
Just finished Suits finally.
Okay.
Thanks to Mike.
Season 4. I'm getting there.
Is what you're on?
Yeah.
Oh, you're just getting started.
How many episodes? I thought there was like 7.
9. 9 seasons. But only the first 8 are on Netflix. So.
All right, that's fine.
But no, just enjoying watching whatever pops up. When you said The Bear, I was going back to the cooking
the
TV show.
Yeah.
I do want to see Jeremy Allen White with what's his name in
Claw?
Iron Claw.
Okay. Yeah.
Zac Efron. Thank you. Just because Zac
Yoked.
Efron looks like he built himself up like a freak to be the Von Erich in the movie.
Yeah.
But I do want to eventually watch that. But besides that, I'm
Cool.
just chilling. What you got?
Overall, like I said, I was gonna bring up Dave. He dropped on what was that, January the 2nd, and I went to go see him live with that one, but it was a really good one. The Dreamer is up there with the other specials, man. It's pretty good. I think that's when they dropped on Netflix. It was like January 2nd or 1st or something like that. Yeah.
Cat Williams released a new.
Yes, he did. That came out right at the end of 2022. Speaking of Cat,
Yo.
if you haven't seen the Club Shay Shay interview, it was all over
he
the
is
internet.
wild.
Hey, but that's the thing about that is Cat has always been like that. He's always whistleblowed on other comedians and things like that. It just so happened to be the first episode of Shannon Sharp Club Shay Shay for the year, and it happened to be a 2-hour and 45-minute interview where he went in from the very beginning. And even Shannon said when he first walked in, he was like, I've been waiting on this for a year to speak my piece. So he came in ready to guns a-blazing anyway.
I thought it was interesting. Shannon was trying to, I guess, get him to calm down. He was like, you good? Maybe we should quit drinking for a little bit. He's like, I can hold my liquor, so you've been drinking more than me.
Alcohol doesn't fuel me.
Yeah.
It was a little crazy interview. If you
You had
had
Ice Cube apologizing on Twitter.
Yeah, he did have he had his little
He goes,
say.
I understand what he was. I put him in the movies because I thought he was funny. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, he did push back on the whole. It was supposed to be a rape scene in Friday After Next and all that.
He kept on hammering that.
Yeah,
home.
he
It's
like
all
I was
right.
not trying to do that. I would never do that. So that was major thing. But once again, Cat has been that. He's been that whistleblower when it comes to stand-up comedy and stuff, comedians,
The joke
and
stealing
stealing
was-
jokes and stuff
yeah.
like that. He's been on that for a long time. Now, it is a very similar joke when you talk about the spaceship and the Cedric the Entertainer. That it's the same joke. He just moved the words around a bit, as you should if you're gonna steal somebody's joke. You can't do it verbatim, but it was interesting.
I
But
mean,
Cat,
even how dirty it was, just like with Bernie Mac and everything that
Yeah.
they did it. I'm like,
Yeah.
the reason why Bernie Mac goes on last. I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
well, nobody wanted to follow Bernie, so it made sense. But if I did hear that beforehand that it was supposed to be Steve's tour overall, then they changed it to the Kings of Comedy, and then he wanted to close, but everybody's like, there's no point in you closing, bro. Bernie, nobody wants to go on after him no way. Like, let him close. And he started closing all the shows. It was like, makes sense. He's that guy. Shout out to Bernie Mac. Rest in peace. I still miss you, man.
Yeah.
But on side of that, taking it over to him talking about Kevin Hart, Lift was good. The new movie on Netflix, the
haven't
heist
seen it
movie, it's good. It was pretty legit.
I can't take him seriously in serious roles.
I mean, it's funny too. Don't get it twisted. But it was, the whole art heist,
Yeah.
that type of thing. It's pretty good.
You're 5'5", and I
It
can't
was-
take you
It was
seriously
put
in a role.
together.
I'm sorry.
It was put together. It
He's
was
actually
put
5'2".
together.
Oh,
It was put
5'2".
together well.
Yeah. So
Oh,
I was,
yeah.
If you ever listen to The Rock and him go back and forth,
Funniest thing ever too when they do that. It's hilarious.
The Rock keeps making fun of him. He's like, I'm 4'7". He goes, I'm 5'2", and it's like,
Okay.
if anybody needs those lift shoes, those little
Yeah.
extra. When you were describing it, you said lift. I was like, what is he, an Uber driver now? Like,
Yeah,
goddamn.
yeah, but it's because it's on a plane. You know what I'm saying? Lift,
Mm.
all that good stuff. But it was pretty good. It was a pretty good movie. I highly recommend that if you need something to watch. Overall, though, man, it's been like you said, been catching up on the stand up and getting things going as far as that.
I did rewatch 21 Jump Street and 22 Jump Street one night. That was worth a watch if you haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah, those were good. Those were good movies.
Can Jason Statham stop making cookie cutter movies?
What is it? The Beekeeper?
Beekeeper is like, all right, what other? Tell me the plot on this one.
Somebody
You're a British assassin.
Yep.
Like,
Somebody gets
You're
taken.
wearing limo driver's clothes and you Sparta kick somebody in the chest.
All of that.
Okay.
And is there I haven't seen a full preview for it. Is there anything to do with bees, or is he actually
I have
a
no
beekeeper?
idea.
Stay tuned.
It's
You
like,
gotta watch it.
Like,
I'm like, I
don't-
just watched Meg 2, and I was like, this stuff again. It's literally just bees with a
wouldn't-
shark.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see through the whole movie they never even reference it, and then towards at the end of the movie,
Bones
you
said-
like-
hear
he's
like
like
his
actually a
radio
bee.
handler just be like, "Thanks, beekeeper." It's like that's what we were waiting for the whole time.
Bones said, "Watch Echo."
The
Echo that. Thanks, Bones. Heard.
the,
Watch
It's a
Echo.
Marvel movie.
Marvel movie.
based on the
Marvel.
deaf superhero.
Yes. Basically.
No, that's blind.
Oh yeah,
Let's
Daredevil is
not
blind.
lump all the handicaps together. Okay.
Daredevil is blind. That's okay. Not he's talking about it. It's okay.
I thought, okay.
It's all good.
Echo. Yes, so she is
She's deaf.
Maya something. She's a deaf
Maya
superhero.
Rudolph?
No, her first name is Maya.
But what I was saying, Kingpin is in both Daredevil.
Oh
and
yes.
Yeah,
yes,
this
yes,
is
yes,
so.
yes.
This is like a story with the street
Spoiler.
level
Jeez.
heroes.
What-
Trailer.
yeah, King. Yeah, he's always a good. He's
But this
done a
is
good
like
job
a-
at Kingpin.
yeah, this is street
He's
level.
legit. He's legit. He's
Yeah, they're
legit.
trying to make this street level of MCU right now.
Deaf,
Yeah.
blind.
So like
Helen
with
Keller.
Daredevil Reborn,
Not the
they're
same.
bringing back Punisher. Like they're trying to do all this.
They should have been brought back Punisher. Punisher was dope.
It's the same guy playing it too.
It should be. He was dope. That he was besides the dude who played it in the original movie with John Travolta. He's the best
was a
Punisher.
wild movie.
That was the one with John Travolta was insane. I love that scene with the Kevin Nash was the Russian, and he dragged him through the entire apartment complex. It was dope. I like that movie.
I liked Mike Colton as the Luke Cage too.
Oh yeah, Luke Cage. Yeah, Luke
That was
Cage
a
was
dope
dope.
movie.
Luke Cage was dope. That whole series of superheroes. What were they called? What were they called when they got together? Oh, what were they called when they got together? It was Luke Cage, Daredevil.
Who was the girl? Kristen Ritter played her.
Yeah, Jessica
Jones.
Jessica
Jones.
Yes, Jessica
I think they're called the
Jones.
Enforcers.
I have no idea what
It's
the hell you're
something
talking
like
about.
that.
I don't remember.
It's something like it's something around that.
Yeah.
I can't say that.
No, I said come on. Like,
Yeah, those were actually pretty
Yeah, I
good.
don't know
Like
what
I
she's
said,
talking about, though.
She's saying get with the Marvel joints.
Oh, another note. I feel like who was it? Oh, Jim Carrey and Ace Ventura. He's like, thanks to my esteemed colleague, Mr. Marino. What do we got here? Oh yeah, no, we were talking about this one. Did you actually finish it? Not bad, right?
What you got?
The scene that I told you about. What'd you think? Yeah, but did you think it was her or not? No, heard. Okay. Yeah, I am doing it now. Thank you so much.
It's having a conversation
teaser.
through a glass window right now. I'm just laughing so hard.
Definitely not honorable mention. I am going to mention it. No hard feelings.
Okay.
Jennifer Lawrence is somebody feels some type of way about her. Heard. Okay. Well, this is really going to get your juices flowing. Has a nude scene in the movie where she's walking out of the ocean. But anyways, the premise of the movie is some rich couple's son is about to go away to college.
Mm-hmm.
They want to find him a nice girlfriend to make him a man before he goes away to college, kind of thing.
Okay.
So Jennifer Lawrence answers the Craigslist ad,
okay.
and the movie just kind of goes from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing.
It's like a comedy.
It definitely is a comedy, but it's just
Finding it hysterical that
something different.
Jennifer Lawrence would pay good money.
Something
got
different.
paid good money to
Of course.
do
But
that
like-
lead scene.
full
Full
frontal.
body, nothing
So
like-
I was asking Mike from the beginning, like, do you actually think that was her? Off rip, Mike. What'd you say?
No.
Well, no, at the beginning he was like, she got a tattoo or a mole, or what'd you say? Something like that. He's like, I'll know.
You got to recognize that spot.
Sorry, I didn't mean to call you out like that.
It's all good.
Let's
Okay.
add that to the note pile.
There you go. Okay, so a very interesting highly recommend segment. You got
Does this
anything-
come with a
you got
lunch
anything,
that I
Ronnie?
get to take to school with
You
me?
been watching anything at home?
What was that?
Nervous.
Panicked.
Yeah,
Can we
nervous.
talk about
Panicked.
your new dog?
My dog. Oh.
Can we
got
talk
a new
about-
dog.
yeah.
Highly recommend. Adopt, don't shop.
Okay, adopt, don't shop.
Sounds like me.
Yeah.
Nothing. Go ahead. Sorry.
Her name is Tess.
Okay.
Lutessa Bingo Beasley is the full name.
Okay. Bingo for the middle
Tessa
name.
Bingo Beasley.
You down with?
LBB.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know me.
There you go.
Yeah.
She peed twice this morning
What kind of dog?
In the house?
in the house.
That doesn't seem
Well, that's
good.
fun. Well, that's fun.
She's a Carolina dog.
Like she's from Carolina?
Right, finna say, what
Yeah,
does that mean?
like-
She's a Georgia dog.
For your son.
I didn't know about that one. I'm not.
no
Usually,
different.
I'm with you. I missed out on that one too.
Mike, what's a Carolina dog? Is there? That is correct.
That's a nice dog.
Oh, back it up. Back it up.
Oh, oh, oh,
Sorry.
oh.
I don't know.
All right.
We'll see it.
Okay.
Okay.
How old is Tessa with the whole name?
The Carolina dog.
Lutessa.
Tessa Bingo Beasley.
Lutessa Bingo.
Tessa
She's 6
Bingo
months.
Beasley.
Oh, you got some time. You got plenty of fun coming with her.
Yeah, so I got a 6-month-old and 9-week-old.
Yeah, yeah.
and a 5-year-old human.
Excellent. That's good stuff.
She's 5.
Yeah, she's 5.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's wild.
When?
I know.
It-
She
it-
got proposed to this week.
What? What?
Who's gonna die?
It's like, what's
I
happening?
don't want to say his name on air.
It's okay. That's fine. That's fine.
It's like a bunch of uncles about to show up to
Yeah,
the door.
like
Hey,
what's
up?
happening?
Just what kindergarten does the kid go to?
Right. Like, where do we have
Pre-K?
to go?
It's, yeah,
You got to
I'll
volunteer
smart a
somewhere.
kick a kid in the chest.
Like, volunteer somewhere, go figure some things
I'll look
out.
like Jason Statham.
this is actually
beekeeper.
The crosswalker.
Straight up. That's
During the day, he
Unacross
makes
the
sure
board.
safety is on, but at night, he crosses the line.
Absolutely. That's we're not doing that. None of that.
Don't cross the crosswalker.
We're gonna move on from that one. We're gonna keep that one where it
Safety
is.
patrol.
That's fine.
look at what a creep.
Who's that?
It's Michael.
There you go.
Why is he
There you go.
doing this? Are we still alive?
Yeah, we're still alive. We're still
Mike is similar to Ja Rule. Always on time.
straight up, ready to go. The whole movie is set up, ready to go. Oh, okay.
It is rated R.
It definitely
by
has
the
a
way.
Definitely
mole.
rated R.
It's
No
rated
hard
Definitely
R.
looking for the mole.
For the kids out there.
Okay.
Mole, mole, mole.
This video is not airing. Oh, by the way, I'll
Okay.
probably get the FCC involved.
I'm not gonna hit
I'm not
play.
gonna hit play.
Don't hit it. Don't hit it.
Because I'm here?
We've been off the chain while you've been gone. We do all kind of stuff now.
Now that standards and practices are
Oh
back.
yeah, we don't care nothing about that.
But in reality,
Terms of
I
agreement.
know more
Who
about
cares?
this than all of you.
Whoa.
What? The no hard feelings?
Right?
Walking out of a beach. What are we talking about?
LBB.
Not you guys.
You know me.
Okay.
We're getting back.
This
to it.
has been off
This
for a while.
I love it, man. This is episode 26 in the building. Okay. Now we were hitting on it earlier. We're gonna finish it off because it is playoff time. Let's get these picks in.
Yeah, here
and
it
tell
is.
us how you feel. All right.
Also, I'm trying to think of a famous number 26. All I'm coming up with is like Clinton Portis.
Yeah, Clem Portis, Le'Veon Bell. Let's see.
I don't really got nothing.
26. Atwater.
Steve?
Atwater?
Okay.
Yes, indeed. I'll take that. Hall of Famer. I'll take that. Big
Mike,
big
you got a
hit
famous
Steve.
26?
Yeah, is there another? What?
You just fall down a well? My bad. My bad.
All right.
Do you have a famous number 26?
I don't know. Like I said, the best I got is Atwater at this point. That's the best I got. No, that's a tough one.
Heard. All
That's
right,
a tough
so
one.
pick him.
Okay, let's pick them, man. Okay, so we start off first game, Browns and Texans.
Is that for today?
Yes, 4:30 on NBC, and I think
My sister texted me. She's like dropping the F bomb. I didn't say it fully.
she got you.
Sorry, Katie.
She got you. Texas Browns. What you got, Drew? What you got?
I like the Browns.
Same, because I want to see Flacco against. the
Yeah,
Ravens.
I want to see that. Plus, Amari Cooper's healthy, and then Joe Flacco is just sleepy Joe, man. I don't know what the-
Cleveland's minus 2.5.
It's in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the experience of Flacco and that team, that
That
defense.
defense, man.
I think after watching the Colts game with the Texans are good, but I don't I don't really see them do anything.
Up and coming team to have the rookie of the year,
D'Amico Ryan's coach of the year.
coach of the year, no doubt.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, there's
CJ
a couple.
Stroud ain't rookie of the year.
Yeah, that's CJ Stroud got that out.
No,
day
he
long.
doesn't.
Who?
Puka Nacua.
Yeah,
He broke all the records.
he has to. CJ Stroud didn't finish the season. He didn't complete it.
Well, that makes sense.
Had a great year.
Yeah,
but
it actually makes sense. Puka, from the moment he stepped on the field, dog.
similar to
Ballin'.
Stefanski
Yeah.
and everything that he's been through in Cleveland with all the different quarterbacks,
Yeah.
probably should win coach of the year.
Because he already has it once, doesn't he? Didn't he get coach of the year
I don't think
when he
so.
first came?
I
Yeah,
gotta look
Baker,
that one up.
Baker year.
I gotta look that one up. But
Okay.
I think Dan Campbell wins Coach of the Year.
another
It's
like
another candidate.
splitting votes.
Seriously,
You know?
no doubt. No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah, I'd take Cleveland.
Okay, and then you taking Cleveland as well?
Yeah, just because I want to see the Browns
I want to see
and Flacco
Flacco
against the
I
Ravens.
want to see
And,
Flacco.
and
in
overall, I
Baltimore.
think it's funny to say this experience when it comes to the two teams. I mean, as far as the older team, as far as more seasoned team, is Cleveland. The defense is better. Yeah, I have to take Cleveland on the road too. But if Houston does pull it off, that'll be insane. Because that means you got to put some points up.
that means you can definitely rebuild a team
Yeah,
in 1 year.
In 1 year, you definitely
You
can
could
do it.
Got to find the right coach.
All right, sir. Miami at Kansas City tonight,
The
24
8 o'clock on
Negative
the
24
on the
Frozen
Peacock.
Toes Bowl.
Yeah, indeed. Kansas City minus 5.5.
Oh, it's up to 5.5.
Yes, it is.
Oh, wow.
Great.
Yep, 5.5.
Oh,
Yes, it is. So I know you taking your team at this point. You know, got to take it. How do you feel about your edge situation now? With
Oh, we got everybody coming off the couch.
Yeah.
So it's like if you were gainfully employed by Blockbuster Video, come on down. We need you as an
Melvin
edge
Gordon.
Justin
And y'all,
Houston.
so
Yeah,
y'all let JPP go. Then Chubb gets hurt. Did you bring him? I would have brought him back, but y'all didn't bring him back though, right?
Justin Houston,
Justin
Melvin
He-
Ingram.
Melvin Ingram. Yep.
The
Igba or
the ghost of Nick Bonacani.
Yeah. What's the other
they brought
guy?
Nick Bonacani back. Oh my god!
You're just
Like,
reaching for,
what?
Reaching for anyone at this
bodies
point.
at this point. Somebody try to make something happen. And then what's the other?
I'm surprised we didn't bring back Sue though, to be honest, because they were messing around with him.
I was surprised
Yeah, the
nobody
budget
brought him
since,
this
yeah.
year. I'm surprised he'll probably hang it up now, but nobody bringing him back this year.
Yeah, I thought that he legitimately had a chance because they were working him out a little
Yeah.
bit, passing a physical and everything. I was thinking about it. I didn't want to say it out loud, but now since we're here for Calvin Ridley, like how much would it suck? It's like you do all this,
Yeah.
but then you can't pass a physical. It's like
Right.
how's that possible?
Right.
Elite route runner.
Hall of Famer Sue.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, I think.
I think it's gonna be a while, though.
A lot of people sleep on his
Third,
numbers.
third, fourth ballot, something like that.
yeah. so-
It just depends on who he's going against.
Yeah,
to be
true
honest,
that, true
but a lot of people sleep on his numbers. When you actually look at them, like he has a legitimate
Yeah.
career,
Him
no
in
doubt.
Detroit was unstoppable.
Monstrous.
but marred by what?
all the
All the
antics.
off field.
Stepping,
Well, on the
slamming,
on field stuff,
everything.
off the field was fine. It was on in between the lines, stepping on people, dirty hits and stuff like that, and slamming people on their head, and stepping on hands.
I remember watching him in college. He turned down Oregon to go to Nebraska. I was like, "How you feeling?" And then he was the number 1 draft pick. I was like,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, he did his job. He did his job. Shout out to Ndamukong Suh. All right, Sunday, first game at 1:00, Pittsburgh at Buffalo. I'm gonna go for the upset on this one, not just because I like Pittsburgh, but because I feel like Buffalo is very inconsistent,
You're out of your mind.
very inconsistent with the defense, and we can run the ball. So I'm taking the upset just because.
Bills. Come on. Man. I don't, like,
Buffalo
I get it. I get
minus
it.
9.5.
Oh,
at
yeah,
this
But
it's like
point.
you-
I'll even
you-
give
it's
you
9.5.
14
We're
points.
we're,
It's 9.5.
we're what, third string quarterback?
It's 9.5.
Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
All right, and then on top of that, you don't have your best defensive player.
No, we don't. But hey,
Top
if-
2 defensive
if
players.
they pull it off,
Your
shout out
receivers
to
don't want to block.
yeah, shout out to Mike Tomlin.
Pickens is just like enjoying this
Yeah.
whole theatrical moments.
Just get it. He just wants the ball, and he's a nut sometimes. But
I'm
fine,
surprised Tomlin deals with him.
fine. Buffalo, Pittsburgh. All right, we're going to Green Bay and Dallas.
Green Bay.
Ooh,
Actually,
On
here's
the road
here's what I want
in
to see.
Jerry World?
I would really,
I really wish.
yeah.
I really wish it happens.
oh, if
I
it
really
does,
do.
Oh, I'm laughing. Oh, I'm howling.
I
laughing.
wish it happens.
The 2 scenarios, yes, I hope Green Bay does beat them. So that means that Mike McCarthy is out as a head coach. If Dallas does win and Detroit wins, it's back to the scene of the crime
Mm-hmm.
of the check-in game for this year, where CeeDee Lamb went off and all that stuff like that. So we get that rematch again.
Oh, breaking
But it would still
news!
be in
Breaking
Dallas.
news!
in Dallas. What's up?
Breaking news. Steelers Bills have been moved to Monday at 4:30 p.m.
For what?
Weather.
For the weather.
Weather.
Oh, cool. But we get to wow. How nice of Buffalo.
Yeah.
Cool.
New York State governor just announced it. 4:30 on Monday. So doubleheader on Monday night.
Who's the Monday night?
Eagles and
Bucks.
I'm taking
Oh
Bucks.
man,
Taking
the
Bucks?
Yeah.
that's
and
The Eagles are a shell of
And
themselves right now.
Skoranek.
and
probably gets
AJ
fired.
Brown just ruled out.
Yeah, he's already out.
Ruled out. I don't know if Devontae Smith's coming back, but ruled out. Now, shout out to the storyline with this Green Bay Cowboys game. Nice for the upset. But thinking about it, Jordan Love, they make the playoffs first year without Aaron Rodgers.
I like
That's the
him.
deal. I
He's
like him,
good.
man. He the last 6 or 7 games, was it like almost 20 touchdowns and like 2 picks?
18-1.
18-1.
Yeah.
That's man, you can't beat that. And then those young receivers are balling.
That just shows you it wasn't Aaron Rodgers.
Thank
it
you.
was LaFleur.
I wanted to say the exact same. I was like, so you can have, I don't want to say pretty much whoever at quarterback, but it wasn't
Yeah.
all Aaron Rodgers.
Don't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
But also good scheming and play calling.
Absolutely.
And, you know,
That's that tree again. Well, just saying.
5 receivers that are all in their first or second year
Yep.
that nobody really knows
that's
the names.
Shanahan tree. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's part of that Washington 13
Yes, he
team.
is. Yes, he is. All right. So I want to pick Dallas just to say because Dallas minus 7.5 right now, but I could totally see it going the other way because the Green Bay's defense has been playing better recently. Like they're a little bit better than what they were. They got Alexander back. They're a little bit better on the back end. But I would get shout out to CD Lamb. He's been balling, man. He's one of the top receivers in the league right now.
Did you see the Packers player like go on the field and called the coin toss and he wasn't even a captain?
No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
you
that
got-
doesn't happen. Which one? You remember who it was?
It was Gerard Bird, or I think it was like
One of the receivers?
no, he was the linebacker. I couldn't remember. He was the guy that literally went on the television the other day. It's like Pack is back, baby.
Oh yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know about back, but
But
good
he,
start for the first year without Rodgers.
Yeah, he went out in the field, and I guess I think it was New York or something like that. He just went on the field and called the coin toss, and he was like, "How'd you even get out here?" It's like, and he got suspended for a game.
Yeah, well, he should have. That doesn't make sense. Okay, so
It's like,
but
Heads
okay.
or tails? Ted's. What? What did you say?
let's take the sweep all the way around. Green Bay all around. The hell with
Yeah.
it. Let's
I-
hope for the demise of the Cowboys.
I think it's gonna happen. I don't, as much as I despise the Cowboys. I really do.
Most people that are well, if you're not a Cowboy fan, you really are not like them. It's not like I'm okay with them. You either love them or you hate them. It's one of those things.
Yeah.
All right, another big storyline: Rams Detroit. Swap of the quarterbacks.
If Laporta's healthy,
No, he's out.
He's out.
he's out.
He's out. That was a big blow for them. Man.
Hyperextended knee.
Yeah, big
I don't
blow,
know.
just like TJ.
Being in Michigan, watching that game against Minnesota, Nick Mullins did put up like 385 yards, and Jay Jet had 186.
Yeah. But
Looking at the receiving, it's going to be, I want to say Detroit, but in reality, it's the Rams.
Detroit minus 3.5.
It's going to be a shootout.
Yep.
The Lions secondary sucks, and they're not going to be able to
Yeah,
stop,
Senior Gardner Johnson's back, though.
Nakua, he's a penalty, the walking penalty. I don't care about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Puka Nakua and Cooper Cup.
Yep.
You got to stop both of them.
Yep.
No, it's going to be a shootout.
And shout out
But
to
it-
Kyron Williams running that, toting the rock.
Cam Akers
Detroit
is
can
playing
run-
out of the backfield well, too.
Yeah, true.
What?
You talking about Kyron Williams.
Oh, Kyron Williams, sorry,
Yeah,
my bad.
It's like, yeah, Kyron
Cam
Williams.
Akers.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. Nose. Go.
But for Gibbs and Montgomery, the
Mm-hmm.
way they can control the clock for Detroit, I think it'll be a shootout.
Amon St. Brown is stellar.
Yes, he is.
I've never seen routes run better
sun
than
god.
anybody else.
And when did the Rams all of a sudden have a defense? They don't. I think they're just doing enough.
Front seven, and you gotta hunger Aaron Donald now. Aaron Donald with some more motivation for a ring is always scary.
There's like 2 people on that defense.
But I'm
think
saying
he-
Aaron Donald being motivated is always scary.
I think if he doesn't get past this playoff round, ooh, another note.
He wanted to
Nope.
retire.
Oh.
Damn, you stared me down too.
I'm going Rams. Welcome
Yeah.
back.
Can we play
Ra-
Mace? Can we play some Mace?
Welcome back.
Welcome back. I'm going to upset. I'm going Rams.
Yeah. I'm going to go
Rams on the road.
It's going to be
in the
close.
So heartbreaking for Detroit.
It would be, and
They
much
just
love
got
to
a
'em.
championship. Relax.
Much love to the Lions. Now I have no problem with the Lions. I just have a feeling the Rams are hot, and that was one of the teams I said if they let them in the playoffs, watch out for them. And I just have a strange feeling They ended up with 10 wins. Detroit ended the season up and down. I don't know. I got a feeling. And it'd just be Matt Stafford getting his get back for losing there all those years.
So they put a PSA announcement out for the Lions. They said, if you are caught wearing a Matthew Stafford's Lion jersey, you will be on the no entry list. They said it as a joke, but his wife took it way too seriously.
I mean,
I'd offer a jersey swap.
That's what I thought. I was like, jersey swap it?
They should.
But, yeah, the city of Detroit's all pumped for that game. Like, first of all, one of the most beautiful stadiums I've ever seen.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Welcome back, Cotter. But, yeah, that's awesome.
Now, I think that was the last of the picks because we did all of them. Y'all picked Tampa on the Philly game, right?
Yeah, shell of a team. Shell
themselves. Now, what if they came out looking like the team they started off looking at the beginning of the season would be insane, but I doubt it. The way they've been playing.
How?
Jalen Hurts,
After the last 5 weeks?
finger. Yeah, I don't
They
think
lost
so.
5 of the last 6. I'm good.
Yeah, it's hard to go with them. Hard to go with them.
Free falling.
And that spread is -3.5 too.
You had the division on lock.
Well, no, -3.
You had the division
For
locked.
Philly -3.
I'm gonna set it again. I'm gonna set it again.
Shut the front door. But
Put the French toast.
and then Tampa's at home too. So with the division game, with the division win. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go Tampa on this one. As much as I hate to say it, and much as I don't like Baker, it's probably gonna happen.
Baker's probably going to pull it off.
He's injured too, so that'll be even more to the Baker.
Is his finger? Or
I think
no,
it's
is
something on
his
his leg. Yeah, he was limping that last game trying to.
Well, Jalen Hurts got a throwing hand problem.
He hadn't thrown the ball all week,
Yeah.
so
And he doesn't have any receivers.
if Devontae Smith plays, he's gonna be gimpy because he has a knee or ankle, something like that.
Another finding somebody on the couch blockbuster kind of
Yeah.
mentality.
Julio.
Yeah, count 2 touchdowns, didn't he?
Yeah.
It's insane.
I think he's been on the field for 6 plays for the Eagles, and he has like 3 touchdowns.
It's ridiculous. What he couldn't do here. Let's not go there though.
That's
All
okay.
right, so
All you have to do is
so
throw it to him in the red zone.
I agree.
That's a problem.
It's very easy to do. But should be a good weekend, y'all.
Who do you have for awards? Like winning the awards this year? MVP, we all know.
Yeah, that's Lamar. He's getting 2. That's number 2 for him.
Offensive Rookie of the Year. I still have Nakua.
Like I say, it's either Puka or CJ.
So the awards don't get announced until Pro Bowl week?
Pro Bowl week.
Yes.
So Defensive Player of the Year if it's not TJ.
If somehow...
Myles Garrett,
For what?
Defensive Player of the Year.
No, the corner for the Cowboys, Bland.
Bland.
Oh, the six.
Yeah, the pick sixes. But he's been quiet since the record breaker. Well, he got one more since then. It was like the next week.
Yeah.
Set a record.
I mean, I agree.
Offensive Player of the Year had to be CD Lamb. That dude's.
I was gonna say depending on because they probably shouldn't count the playoffs, but since they don't release who wins the awards until Pro Bowl
after.
week, if somehow the Cowboys go farther than the Ravens, I can see Dak getting MVP over Lamar.
Ooh. That'd be
They
really.
would love that. Oh, the media would eat that up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they would eat that up.
Stephen A. would laugh his ass off.
He would. He would eat that up though.
Coach of the Year would have to be either Dan Campbell or.
And so yeah, we went through that.
Stefanski.
Did you say offensive rookie?
Yeah.
We're talking about Puka.
Nakua.
Yeah, we're talking about
Defensive
rookie now.
Jalen Carter.
You got the numbers for it.
Yeah.
Kind of a game changer.
Yeah, which brings back, when it came to us picking, take Bijan, you take Jalen Carter. They were both sitting there.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, Gibbs and Bijan lived up to their first round draft status. Both of them going over 1,000 yards from scrimmage. So that's worth a first round pick, right?
Who was the first round draft pick this year?
The overall?
Yeah.
Bryce Young.
No.
Number 1 overall, you said?
Yeah.
Bryce Young.
In this past draft, who?
I thought it was the DN from Texas. The Texans picked him.
Will Anderson. went
Well,
second.
Anderson, he went second.
Third.
Well, third, yeah.
Oh,
Because they had, it was Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, Will Anderson, because they had a third pick, too.
Okay. Who was the guy from last year?
The first pick from last year?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What was the
He was another
First
Georgia-
round, the
he was
number 1
another
overall
Georgia
pick
kid.
from last year, the year before. The first overall pick?
Yeah, he was the linebacker for Georgia, wasn't he?
Oh, you talking about
Trayvon Walker.
Trey Walker?
Yeah, Walker. Yeah, he
Trey
was
Walker.
the first one.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he's playing pretty well, but overall,
Yeah, Texans were just beating that up.
absolutely.
Look, photoshopped as hell.
Do you guys think? You look like a meme. Do you guys? So,
that can
in
get
a
used
question too
somewhere.
It
is
also looks like the 90s.
talking about
jacket
this
and the
year's
pillows.
The filter.
talking about this year's upcoming draft and looking at that. Do you think sitting there with the top 3 teams being the Bears, the Cardinals, and then the Patriots, do you think the Bears trade out and then somebody comes in to pick up Caleb Williams? Because as of right now, Caleb Williams has stated that he is not declaring for the draft unless the Bears finally give up the
Dude
first
wants
pick.
too much control.
He wants too much control for no reason at that.
You haven't earned it.
Haven't earned a
Yeah.
doggone thing. You've got your head big making that money out there. And had a trash season compared to the Heisman year. It was awful.
And if you keep Justin Fields, I would say Marvin
you
Harrison
trade
Jr. No, I say Marvin Harrison Jr. is the number 1 pick.
That's what
Because you got to sit there and look at the Cardinals. Cardinals are begging.
They're gonna
They're
pick him.
begging
if
for
he
them
gets
to
there,
come.
if he makes it to the Cardinals, they will pick Marvin Harrison Jr.
Kyler Murray's already got his money. They can't get rid of
And
him.
and the owner already came out and said he absolutely will be the starter next year. So there's no Kyler Murray moving stuff going on.
So you're sitting there, and I'm looking at it. Unless the capital is good enough, the Bears pick Marvin Harrison Jr., meaning that the second pick is probably going to be the kid out of freaking LSU, the receiver, or who's the second best receiver in this draft class.
Keon Coleman, technically.
No,
Yeah.
the Washington receiver.
But, a Duze.
Aduze.
Yeah.
So I think either Cardinals trade out and then somebody comes into the Cardinals because that's where right now I think the Cardinals and the Bears right now are just sitting there playing chicken with each other.
They are, but see,
The Bears are still going to be in the driver's seat because it's up to them. If you keep Fields, trade out of the first, you trade Fields, you draft at the first.
Yeah.
and then there's still the Drake May situation. I wouldn't touch him. I'm not a Drake May fan like that. But he's going to go top 5.
It's just every quarterback that's came out of Carolina in the last 20 years hasn't been
Garbage.
ACC in general hasn't really put out any good quarterbacks. If you think about it,
True.
there's not really any good quarterbacks coming out of the ACC right now.
Yeah, I mean, Trevor Lawrence right now is the only one, but that's even.
I mean, that's fine. But if you think about it, the last one, Russ,
He went up for NC State, though.
Yeah.
But he came out of
he
Wisconsin.
came out of
though.
Wisconsin, though, but he finished at NC State. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, that's my point. Like,
Deshaun, I mean, technically Deshaun Watson.
yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, the Clemson quarterbacks. But other than that, nothing.
Yeah, Kenny
Quarterback.
Pickett ain't doing squad up in Pittsburgh.
Nothing. No, nothing.
That's what I'm saying. Like Jaden Daniels is going to be an interesting player if he gets drafted by a good team.
Atlanta at 8.
I wouldn't be shocked. How you gonna feel about that?
I don't know. He just won a Heisman and all that. That's cute, but I don't know, man. I don't know about that one.
5 years of control
Yeah.
with the contract.
Is that required?
You're
Yeah, that's
handing off to Bijan and Algier in a very RPO style offense. The defense is already there. You said you got a little bit of money.
We got a little bit.
Find an RPO coach.
And it seems like every team that goes to the Super Bowl, unless they have Tom Brady as the quarterback, it's with a quarterback on a rookie deal.
Yeah. I honestly like Jared Verse at 8. Edge rusher, Florida State. Not just because it's Florida State, but arguably the best edge rusher in the draft.
So you're going to take a quarterback in the second?
Or use that really pick to move back up.
Not
I'm
unless you're
speaking.
flipping
I'm
him for
speaking.
Tomlin.
I'm speaking. Yeah, unless that happens, I'm speaking the whole second round pick thing into existence. So
you can get Michael Penix, and that's another RPO guy.
another RPO guy. I'm scared of the injuries with him though, because he got beat up in the championship game.
Yeah.
2 ACLs on each ACL on each knee.
He's two to me, just with a little bit of a strong arm.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
So
He's
I
a
mean,
lefty, accurate, same size, everything.
like I say, you trade back up. If you take an edge rusher, like I say, Verse, and you trade back up, I'll take that.
So if let's say the Bears do trade out of the first round pick or first pick overall.
They'll trade down to probably like, depending on who's it with, 5, 6. They'll probably be
Who do
around
you
that
see
area.
as a team that's willing to do that trade? That needs a quarterback now.
Washington.
That's my only one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Washington,
As far as having the draft capital to do it as well.
Yeah. Or
Giants?
Seattle.
Giants, Seattle.
No, they said that Danny Dimes is coming back.
Just because that don't mean anything. Just because they said he's coming back. We all know Daniel
That
Jones is
contract's
trash.
shit.
Right. That contract's awful. Raiders.
New England.
Yeah.
I don't see New England doing it.
I can see
I
Mike
don't
Davis.
If you want to make a splash and not rebuild for the next 10 years.
I can see Mike Davis doing it. I can
The
see it.
one team I will say watch out for, and this is hysterical, Minnesota.
It's not hysterical.
Because
That's not hysterical. Yeah.
Kirk
What are
Cousins
they
there is
picking
done.
right now?
I
I mean, the Vikings.
they're
like- they're
they're
top-
top 10,
yeah,
top
top
10, top
15 or
12.
something like
They're
that.
around there.
The Vikings said they want him back, and Jefferson says that he would like to have Kirk Cousins back as the quarterback. So,
Well, he was slinging that thing before he got hurt, man. He was putting up the numbers. He was top
Yeah.
3 and everything.
I mean, just look at Justin Jefferson's numbers with and without him.
Right. I mean, they were talking about him coming here. That's a stopgap, but I mean, he's gonna sling the ball around.
That's going to be expensive free agent, though.
Very much so. I mean, that's him, and they talking about Rush. I'm like,
If you only got like $45 million in cap,
no,
hypothetically?
we're not giving him half of it.
I can't.
No, I can't give you half of
It
it.
definitely won't be the Broncos because they wasted all their money on that guy.
I can't believe they're
Broncos,
just going to pick Sean Payton over him.
I can't. That's a whole nother get off my chest situation for me. I can't stand Sean Payton, man. He's a disrespectful, smug
Bully.
little
Bully.
Oh, I almost put another dollar in the swear jar just then. That's ridiculous.
This is a good day for the swear jar.
It was. They might have got a little something over there. There you go, Starbucks. There you go. Figure out something for the.
Wait, why does it go to you?
He said that's her salary.
It's my jar.
Oh, okay. Let me just bring my own jar then.
You get your own swear jar
Yeah.
popping. Man,
Bring my own jar. We're just like mason jars up.
he's like, go ahead and get your cuss
Where did
word
you
in
get
and
that from?
boom.
It's like a whole barrel from Cracker Barrel. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
fill it up. Fill it up.
It's hard to hear you.
You know this thing called glass? Yeah, I can't really talk through it as much.
All I heard was restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay, we're wrapping up, folks. It's been a great show. Shout out to episode 26 on behalf of the M. Alex Broadcasting Company and Power 108.9. Special thank you to RyanBeasley.com for
Welcome
most of
back.
your smell good needs. On behalf of Mace, welcome back. Andrew, good luck back in Detroit.
Yeah.
man,
You heard the pick'ems. If you want to throw some money on the games, holler at Gary about the Body 20.
Body 20. Body 20 Decatur.
My Karma Creations, Digestive Healthcare of Georgia, and most importantly, go Falcons. I don't know. I don't know how to sign off here. Y'all be
Thank y'all,
safe.
man. Y'all be safe.
Enjoy the first round of NFL
Back next week.
playoffs.
Next week.